definitely be able to win many more cars this way than you'd be able to afford to buy in your first week with GT7, that much is clear. Payouts aren't particularly extravagant, and car upgrade costs can be surprisingly high for some items, like tyres that cost twice as much as an entire MX-5, or $100,000 nitrous systems no amount of boosted DVD players could ever pay for. It also unlocks a sweetly earnest short video that showcases the cars and explains their relevance to automotive culture. These vignettes are clearly aimed at people with a more limited background in motoring history than I have, but I still admire Polyphony's efforts to try and add context to why certain cars are here. That said, while some of these collections are very historically robust and can properly chart the lineage of certain iconic models, some others are hamstrung by GT7's limited pool of cars to pull from. You're expecting to see quite a few high-profile cars from the last 2 or 3 years here, like the latest McLarens or any Tesla built since 2012, you may be disappointed. Crucially, however, the car handling is quite impeccable, and virtually every single car I've driven feels appreciably different from the last. Like GT Sport before it, GT7 seriously sings on a steering wheel, but know that it still feels absolutely at home on a DualSense controller, and I haven't felt like it's a disadvantage. In fact, I've achieved gold cups in the bulk of the license tests using a controller. Retro road cars feel leery and loose, and they can become wilder still with some extra oomph squeezed under the bonnet as proper performance tuning returns to the series after its absence from GT Sport. Modern sports cars feel a bit more planted, but they're nothing like the dedicated race models, which are stiff and cling to the tarmac like their tyres have talons. In what feels like an improvement on GT Sport, grip doesn't quite disappear off a cliff the moment I overcork a corner exit. The PS5's DualSense haptic feedback also rates a positive mention. There are times where it feels like it's trying to deliver a few too many sensations simultaneously to really grasp what each is trying to illustrate, so it's just a lot of whirring and buzzing all at once, but the DualSense otherwise copes with GT7 splendidly. The response to curbs is particularly nuanced, and it's a little bit more intuitive to hook up again after a slide. I have my reservations about the off-road handling, specifically how it deals with jumps, but GT7 is amazing on asphalt. And there are some other bits of feedback that are unique to particular tracks that feels very cool, like the whir from whipping over the metal grates that stretch across the Tokyo Expressway circuit.